Buenos dias. Since we are not having class on the 15th, I just want to kind of review something that we did not have time to get to on Tuesday, the 13th. And so I'd like you to just kind of, you can pause this video at any time, but I'd like you to complete this activity as I go through it as well. Okay? So we have de vacaciones. La familia de Doña María está de vacaciones en la playa con tu compañero o compañera. Obviously, you're going to be doing this by yourself, most likely. Escriban lo que están haciendo estas personas. So we need to describe what these people are doing. Okay? We left class talking about the present progressive, estar, being used to show an action that is in progress. So if we start off with number 1, Jairo y Natalia, take a second and figure out what it is they are doing. Okay. For me, I would say están conversando. Están conversando. Okay. For number 2, Diana. Take a moment and figure out what it is that Diana is doing at the moment. Ella está tomando el sol. Another possibility you can even say is está leyendo un libro or maybe una revista. Está leyendo un libro. And number 3, Doña María. Está tomando, or you could also say está sacando fotos. Okay, you'll see for number 4 we have Pablo and we also have Rosita. Están jugando con una pelota. Pablo y Rosita están jugando con una pelota. Number 5 we see Andrés. ¿Qué está haciendo Andrés? Está nadando. Está nadando. And then finally we have tú y Juan. Now imagine that you're answering as though you are tú. Estamos pescando, because Juan y yo estamos pescando. Okay, I am going to pause right there, and I will pick it up in just a moment. Okay. So we talked last Tuesday about the uses of estar, and we all know that ser means to be, but estar also means to be. So we're going to review over some of the times when we'll use ser versus when we use estar. And I will tell you, the uses of estar, it's a much shorter list. Okay? So ser, we've seen that we can use for place of origin or nationality, like soy de Iloa. Él es de Buenos Aires. Juan Carlos es argentino. Soy estadounidense. So for giving nationalities or places of origin, we use ser. Also, if we want to give a profession or an occupation, like Adela es agente de viajes. Francisco es médico. Soy profesora. Ustedes son estudiantes. Then we're going to use ser. Okay, characteristics of people and things. So ways that you can identify them. So Jose y Clara son simpáticos. It's just a characteristic. They're nice people. El clima de Puerto Rico es agradable. Okay. Generalizations. And a lot of these are kind of impersonal expressions, like it's important, it's good, it's bad. Like, es fabuloso viajar. Es difícil estudiar a la 1 de la mañana. We also use ser to show possession, like to whom something belongs. Like, es la pluma de Jimena. Son las llaves del señor Díaz. Es mi libro. Es nuestra clase. We also use ser to talk about what something is made of. Okay? So we have like ser de to show origin, like es de Buenos Aires, and possession, es la pluma de Maru, and we also have ser de to show what something is made of, like la bicicleta es de metal, los pasajes, los boletos, son de papel. Now we also use ser to state the time or date, like hoy es martes, mañana es miércoles, son las 4:15 de la tarde. Okay. Also, when or where an event takes place. Okay. So, el examen final es en el laboratorio. So the final exam is in the lab. Well, where we have our class. So an event is something that's not tangible, something that we can't touch. And so where and when that takes place. So things like partidos, like fiestas, conferencias, la clase de inglés, any gathering of people for a specific purpose is an event, and we will use ser to show where it takes place or the location of the event. Okay, so I already kind of covered, the fact of ser de has 3 different uses of origin, possession, and the material something is made out of. Now, uses of estar, notice that there are fewer uses. Okay, estar is used for location or spatial relationships. So, location, I think of it as location of a person, place, or thing. The location of an event is ser. The location of everything else is going to be estar. So, el aeropuerto está lejos de la ciudad. Tu habitación está en el tercer piso. And we can use it for, general health or physical states and conditions and emotional states. I usually kind of put all of those into one and call it physical and emotional state of being. Okay? They kind of broke it up into 3. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien. El profesor está ocupado y las ventanas están abiertas. Those are physical states. Emotional states, like Marisa está feliz hoy. Estoy muy enojado con Maru. And we reviewed quite a few of those expressions today in class for the physical states and emotional states when we talked about estar in class on Tuesday. Okay. We also use estar with certain weather expressions like está lloviendo, está nublado. And at the end of class on Tuesday, which we just reviewed again, ongoing actions, the progressive tense. Here we only know the present progressive, like estamos estudiando para un examen. So we are studying in the moment for an exam. And Ana está leyendo una novela, so she is reading a novel right now. Okay. So that's the difference between ser and estar. But with some adjectives, okay, ser and estar can both be used, but it will change the meaning. Okay? So like Juan es delgado versus Juan está más delgado hoy. So Juan es delgado, we're just saying, way to identify him is he's a thin person. Okay? He's thin. But está más delgado hoy means he's looking thinner today. Okay? It could be, the outfit he's wearing could be dropped a few pounds, but whatever the case may be, it's a kind of a change from the norm. Okay? Or Ana es nerviosa. Okay? So meaning it's part of her personality. She's just a nervous person. Está nerviosa por el examen. Now it's just her condition in the moment. Okay? That she is nervous right now. Not that she's always nervous, but she is nervous because of the exam. So here are some other adjectives that change meanings. I did mention in class about listo, okay, about being smart or clever, and then with ser listo and estar listo, being ready. Okay. Es mala, está mala, like the professor is bad, like a bad teacher, but it can also be evil. Evil. Person is evil. Whereas está mala or está mal is like being sick. Okay? We also talked a little bit in class about es aburrido and está aburrido. With verde, the color green, verde, son verdes, that's a characteristic of the pears. Las peras son verdes. Okay, so they are green, that's their color. But if we say están verdes, we're meaning they're green as in they haven't ripened yet. They're not ripe. So las peras están verdes. Okay, es muy vivo. Okay, can also be, a clever person. Está vivo is telling me that it's alive. Okay, and I'm sorry, not a person, it was a cat. Okay, es un hombre seguro, so being confident. Okay, when you're talking about a person. Okay, es un hombre seguro, es una mujer segura. But no está seguro means to not be sure. Now, with seguro, if we're not referring to a person, but we're referring to an object, it means to be safe. So, el puente es seguro means the bridge is safe. Okay? El carro es seguro, so the car is safe. It's a safe car. Okay? So, that is it for the differences between ser and estar.